Hey friends, and welcome to the channel. My name is Katie. I'm a registered dietitian and certified personal trainer, and today I want to talk about 5 things that helped me balance my blood sugar with PCOS. Whether you have PCOS, reactive hypoglycemia, or maybe you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, I think these tips will be relevant to you to help you feel more leveled out and avoid having these blood sugar highs and lows. And it's going to be a quick and simple video today, so let's get straight into the tips. Number 1, never have a naked carb. So I'll admit that I'm not a huge fan of rules around food, and I don't really consider this a rule as much as I do more of something that gives me that structure that I need without being restrictive. And what I mean by this is whenever you're having a carbohydrate, whether it be a fruit or something like a starchy vegetable like sweet potatoes, or something like whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, make sure you pair that with a protein and or a healthy fat. Carbohydrates by themselves give us a natural rise in blood sugar, which regardless of what any internet celebrities say is not a bad thing. It's something that we need for sustaining our energy and our life. However, we want to make sure that this spike is not just constantly going up and down like crazy all day long, and having protein and fat at meals where you have carbohydrates is going to help lower the likelihood of big spikes and dips throughout the day. Another thing that I will add to this is that carbohydrates are not a negative thing. It's more so the quality of the carbohydrates that you have. So if you have a carbohydrate that is a whole carb, like a whole grain or something like fruits and veggies, that is going to have fiber in it, which further helps the blood sugar spike from being more gradual than just being a huge spike like if you just ate a Pop-Tart by itself. So the thing about this is that you can do this with really any food that you can think of. So if you have a banana, have Greek yogurt with it. Or if you have toast, make sure to have some almond butter on it. Or if you're having a sweet potato, obviously you wouldn't just have a sweet potato by itself for dinner, but you're pairing that with maybe some green beans and some chicken. You're having a balance of those things versus focusing too much on one macronutrient. Secret number 2 that's helped me with my blood sugar and overall management of blood sugar highs and lows is saving my dessert for the end of the day versus having it midday or mid-morning. I have found that when I have something like a sweet treat earlier on in the day, that it kind of causes me to have these wonky energy spikes and dips. And then I end up craving more sweets all day long versus when I have it at the end of the day, specifically after dinner, when I've had a full meal and then that little bit of sweet treat is just sitting on top of my dinner in my stomach versus on its own. It just keeps me feeling more leveled out throughout the day. Tip number 3 is to avoid having caffeine on an empty stomach. Caffeine is known to cause a spike and then subsequent dip in blood sugar, and especially if you are hypoglycemic or sensitive to blood sugar spikes and dips in any way, I have found, especially in the peak of my reactive hypoglycemia, which has improved over the years, I was so sensitive to coffee that I could barely even drink it. But nowadays, I have a much easier time because I have it on a full stomach versus an empty one. I also like to keep it to 1 to 2 cups a day versus 3 to 4, anything with really high levels of caffeine like energy drinks or espresso shots really don't sit well with me, so keep that in mind too. But hopefully this eases your mind a little bit if you are someone who enjoys coffee but is afraid to have it. You can have that coffee, just make sure you're having it with something versus on its own. Tip number 4 that's helped me regulate my blood sugar is apple cider vinegar. So yes, I think apple cider vinegar was having quite a moment 5 to 10 years ago, and I honestly have always been a little bit on the hype train of apple cider vinegar. I think it's a great thing to help you reduce blood sugar spikes, and there is some research to back that. It can be a little harsh on your tooth enamel if you have it just by itself, so try diluting it with water or having something like the Bragg's apple cider vinegar drinks, or just put it in your salad dressing. That's another easy way to have it, so you don't have to like have it wreck your tooth enamel. But it's been proven that having apple cider vinegar at meals helps your body's glucose response be a little less extreme, so a little more gradual, like we talked about before. You can really get any apple cider vinegar you want. I prefer Bragg's just because I think it tastes a little bit better and it's high quality ingredients. I don't really prefer the supplement version of apple cider vinegar, I will admit. I think it's just like a weird thing with me. Like, I think that sometimes taking that concentrated amount in a pill form could potentially be hard on your esophagus if it were to get stuck in your throat. I don't know. I have a weird thing with pills, and so I'm very particular with what types of supplements I like to take and what I don't. I just feel like it's more cost effective and better in general to take apple cider vinegar versus the pills. But you know, let me know in the comment section below if you feel the same way. And finally, tip number 5 to help regulate your blood sugar in a simple and effective way is to get more steps in every single day. So yes, we can exercise, we can do all of these things to help regulate blood sugar, and it is proven that exercise like strength training and walking helps with insulin sensitivity. So I am pro those things. I'm big on strength training. I even have some workouts that I've been uploading on the channel lately. But I think I want to take it down a notch and just make it this a simple and easy thing that we can all do together to help our blood sugar response each and every day. Just get a couple hundred or maybe 1,000 or 2,000 more steps than you normally would. And this is going to help your body's insulin response work just a little bit better with some non-exercise activity. So it's simple, tangible, and easy to fit in your day. You can always add some strength training and yoga and walks in there, but again, I just want to make this simple and easy to attain to help regulate those levels and have better labs the next time you go to your healthcare provider. And hey, if you're interested in a free meal plan to help regulate your blood sugar, I have one for PCOS and insulin resistance in the description below. It's a full 1-week meal plan with breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. I also have some of my favorite blood sugar regulating supplements in the description if you're interested in just checking out what I like in terms of supplements, things I take myself and things I recommend my clients. And let me know in the comment section below what questions you have that you'd like me to answer on our next Q&A style video. I always love hearing from you, and I want to make sure I make videos that respond to your questions and concerns and help you on your health and wellness journey. So I'll leave a video up on the screen that I think you're gonna love. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.